the day my rose-colored glasses came off, and I realized that my husband wasn't who I thought he was. We had just had a huge fight over me discovering that he had cheated years prior, and it had just escalated into this really bad heated fight where a friend had to come get him and escort him out because he was swearing at me and spitting at me and saying and yelling, I'm not gonna get anything, and I'm on the streets and all this stuff. And I remember yelling, no, you'll get 50-50, like from the stairwell. At this point I was out. Like normally I was, trying to get him to work on it, but the fact that I confronted him about cheating, and it ended up all that argument was just this circle of craziness. I felt crazy because of I just didn't understand it. You would think that after being caught cheating, and he admitted it, that there would be an apology or him trying to make restitution of it or fix it. But in the end, it was just this circle of argument that made me feel pretty crazy at the end. And I was really lucky that my best friend, who is also trained in intimate partner violence and who worked in Alberta for 8 years with Indigenous women and children fleeing from it, domestic violence. And she just so happened to be on her way to Moncton. So when she called me to invite me out to the beach, I just broke down. And so she came over as soon as she could and picked me up off the floor. And after talking about what happened, I just wanted her to listen to this audio, because we had started to record our fights so that, just as a marriage counseling tool, because they were getting so common and it's a lot of he said, she said. So when I, showed it to her, I just wanted somebody, what am I missing? Why do I feel crazy? What did I do wrong? What did I say wrong? Is my tone way worse than he says? And, and she said she was even ready to listen to it as gonna listen to your argument and give you some advice. But as she was listening to it, she's like, this seems like narcissism. And I'm like, well, I didn't know what exactly that word meant. Heard of it before, but I'll be honest, I never really knew what it meant. I never bothered to. And so she showed me a video on YouTube, and I don't remember which one it was or what, but I just remember being like, oh my God, yes, almost every point made, I was like, that's my life. And that's a very common thing amongst survivors, is that you feel like somebody else knows exactly what's going on, because narcissists seem to use, no matter where they are in the world, doesn't matter if they're from Africa or China or here, they all do the same checkboxes, the same patterns and behaviors for the most part. And he was unfortunately checking off all of those checkboxes. So that was when my first education, I guess, or my eyes opened to what that type of personality was, and that was, I thought he just had tendencies. Of course, you're trying to, no, that can't be, but at the very beginning, you still have that hope that wasn't all a lie. I did spend 17 years with him, half my life at that point. I was 34, so I really, really rocked my world, but I didn't even realize at that point to a degree, because it still hadn't even hit me. So she said, if he is, well, we're gonna gray rock him. So she took my phone and she spoke for me. Gray rocking is basically you don't engage, you don't really respond. Normally our text messages were, especially from me, were just paragraphs upon paragraphs of explaining my emotions and feelings, because it's never heard. And this time I didn't, or she didn't. It was just like, yep, I agree, that kind of thing, because he was still attacking me or trying to he was very good at saying the things that he knew would get an emotion or a reaction out of me, where I would argue back, or I would, text back. And I didn't. And then he just went crazy. first time I've ever seen him do that. But it was him writing the paragraphs, and it was all the check boxes she said he would do if he was a narcissist. And so that was when my rose-colored glasses came on.